Now here's the new discovery, the question I want to pose today. Could we find unreacted thermite in the World Trade Center dust? We see the residue. This is the smoking gun already, but can we find the gun, I guess you'd say? The unreacted thermite. Ta-da! Many red chips I found in the World Trade Center dust. About last June, I started noticing these. They're attracted by a magnet. A thought came, well, maybe it's just paint. There's all over these little red chips. They're like eggshell chips. You know, you scrunch up an eggshell, and you get about that thickness, roughly speaking. These are quite tough, though. They're strong. And now these are bilayered. This only shows one side, the red side. The other side is a dull gray. Red is the color of iron rust, iron oxide. One of the oxides, Fe2O3. It already suggests something to you. They're attracted by a magnet, suggests iron as well. And now the chemical composition, are you ready, of these chips? The red side. I won't talk much about the gray side. It's harder to analyze using this method. But the red side has, I can just hardly wait to show you. Okay, here it is. These are red chips. The one is from the Liberty Apartment, McKinley. The other is from the Brooklyn Bridge sample. These also show, can you see it? It's very clear, iron. It's hard for me to point to it from here, but I think you can pick out now. Fe is iron, Si is silicon, Al is aluminum, K, potassium, very clearly, and of course, oxygen. It's the same signature as the spheres. It's the same signature as the commercial thermite. I've put them side by side so that you can look at this. Hopefully, as this is taped, you can, pause and make your comparisons. The same signature. Again, the amounts will vary from chip to chip and from sphere to sphere. And where you look on a chip, there are some variations. And certainly where you look on a sphere, there are some, from sphere to sphere anyway, there are variations. The spheres typically are small. A micron up to about 1,500 microns. 1.5 millimeters is the largest sphere that we've seen. So here's a comparison now from the Brooklyn Bridge sample, uncontaminated within 20 minutes of the collapse of the North Tower. Again, red chip on this side. Oh, wait a minute, I'm sorry. I've got to correct the title, sorry. The red chip is from the McKinley sample. The sphere, which is here, is from the Brooklyn Bridge sample. And so, but again, you see, from sample to sample, we see the same pattern. Fiok-Alsi. Okay, now this is from, so I have to look at the title. I remember red dust, I called it back then. When were those data taken? June, yeah, June, you see, of this year. This is the first time I've discussed these red chips publicly. I think it's important to get this out. We have done some other tests. Oops. I want to mention, so one of the tests I did, so I took one of these red chips and had a friend scan. It's hard to get thermite to ignite. And I thought, how can we tell if this is thermite or not? It's not easy. It has the right chemical signature. Aluminum, iron, oxygen is what you need, and it's got some other goodies thrown in, silicon and potassium. And so typically, I put the K in parentheses. Not all of these show much potassium, but anyway, that's the signature. And so a friend of mine has an oxyacetylene torch with a very fine tip. He uses it for repairing eyeglasses. And so I had him pass it over one of these red chips. It was just 1/32 of an inch on a side, approximately square, and it flamed, it flashed as he passed over it. Now that's not itself a proof, but it's a strong indication, along with the chemical composition and the red color, which indicates iron oxide, that this is a form of thermite. I've provided red chip samples now to an independent laboratory for testing with the question to them, do they agreed, they find that these red chips are a form of thermite. The technical term is aluminothermic. Independently, Justin Keough and his team, I know he's working with Richard Gage, is now also looking at the World Trade Center dust spheres and red chips also. Excited to say. Richard called up Justin last night. I talked to him on the phone. Oh, yeah, we saw some of that red stuff, you know. He said, we tried it in a Raman spectrograph system analysis. And he said, we hit it with a laser. Now, this stuff is behaving like thermite, folks. Again, I'm inviting scientific scrutiny of these red chips. I believe this is the last nail in the coffin, so to speak. Thanks.